My beloved child, I see how tired you are. You've been trying to find your own way, trying to make every decision, carry every fear, fix every broken path with your own strength. But listen, quiet your heart for a moment, because I am speaking to you now. I am your shepherd. I have been walking beside you longer than you know. Before you lost your way, before the confusion came, before the nights of silence and the days of questions, I was already guiding you. You don't need to lead anymore. You don't need to pretend to be strong. You don't need to see the whole road ahead. Just listen to my whisper. Let me guide you, my child. Before you knew how to call my name, you already belonged to my voice. There were moments in your life when the world grew loud, when fear drowned your thoughts, when confusion pressed against your heart. Yet even then, my whisper never stopped calling you. Listen again. Do you remember that gentle pull in your spirit? That quiet longing for peace? That sudden clarity that came out of nowhere? That wasn't your mind. That wasn't coincidence. That was me. I have been calling you back, not with force, not with anger, but with the same voice that leads the sheep through wilderness and storm. You may feel far from me, but distance has never silenced my love. Hear me now, beloved. You still know my voice. It has guided you before, and it will guide you again. My child, you have carried a burden you were never designed to carry. You have been trying to walk ahead, trying to choose your own way, trying to protect your own heart, trying to decide your own future, as if everything depended on you. But listen gently, this has never been your role. Sheep do not walk in front of their shepherd. They are not meant to know the map, the dangers, the hidden cliffs, or the safe resting places. They only need one thing: to stay behind the one who knows. You have stumbled because you tried to see what only I can see. You grew exhausted because you tried to carry what only I can carry. You felt lost because you stepped ahead of my footsteps. But it is not too late. It has never been too late. Take one step back, just one. Fall behind me again. Let my shadow be your shelter, and my pace be your rhythm. Hear my whisper. You were never meant to walk first. You were meant to follow me. And when you do, you will find rest again. My child, there are roads in your life you never planned to walk, places you never expected to live in, people you never imagined meeting, seasons you never thought you would survive, moments that felt like interruptions, detours, or even mistakes. But listen to me now. None of those paths were accidents. None of those turns were random. None of those doors opened or closed without my hand upon them. Before you knew which direction to take, I had already walked ahead of you. Before you felt lost, I had already prepared a way through. Before you cried your first tear on that road, I had already written redemption into your story. You look back and see confusion. I look back and see guidance. You remember the fear. I remember the way I carried you. You felt unprepared, but I had equipped you quietly, long before you arrived at that season. Hear me, beloved. The paths you didn't choose were the very paths I chose to bring you closer to me. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was outside my purpose. Every step, even the painful ones, was leading you somewhere sacred, somewhere only I knew you needed to go. My child, I see the moments when your heart trembles, because the road ahead is unclear. You look for signs. You search for answers. You try to predict what will happen next. But every direction feels uncertain. Every choice feels heavy, and every step feels risky. Listen to me. You do not need to know the way, because I am the one who knows it. I know where the green pastures still grow, even in your dry seasons. I know where the quiet waters wait when your soul is weary. I know the safe corners of the valley and the hidden dangers on the hill. You don't have to understand. You don't have to see 5 steps ahead. You don't have to carry the pressure of choosing perfectly. Your only task is to stay close enough to hear my whisper. For beloved, your shepherd never loses the path, and neither will you, as long as you follow me. Even when the way seems blocked, I have a door. When the road twists, I have a plan. When the night feels long, I have a sunrise already prepared. So breathe. Rest your worried heart. You don't need to know the way. I already do. My child, there is a reason. I walk before my sheep. The shepherd was never meant to follow from behind. He leads. He goes first. He steps into the danger before they ever reach it. He stands between them and every unseen threat. Yet so often, you move ahead of me. You choose first and ask me later. You rush forward and hope I will follow. You take the lead and expect my blessing to catch up. But beloved, I cannot walk behind you. I cannot protect the path. You insist on choosing alone. Let me go first. When I walk before you, the road becomes straighter. The fears become quieter. The burdens become lighter. The steps become gentler. When I walk before you, I clear the traps you cannot see. I remove the stones that would have caused your fall. I shield you from storms that were heading your way. Hear my whisper. Let me go first, and you will know peace again. Walk behind me. Watch my footsteps. Match your pace to mine. Do not run ahead. Do not wander off. Do not choose alone. My place is in front of you. Your place is behind me. And when we walk that way, every path becomes safe. My child, I know how often your heart trembles at the thought of tomorrow. You imagine storms that have not come. You feel the weight of problems that do not exist yet. You rehearse fears that will never become reality. You carry the burden of a future that is not in your hands. Listen to me. Tomorrow is mine. Today is enough for you. I do not give you the strength for next week while you are still standing in today. I do not pour out grace for a future you have not stepped into yet. I do not expect you to solve problems I have not assigned to you. Breathe, beloved. I know the sunrise of tomorrow, long before the night even begins. I know the provision before the need appears. I know the answer before the question reaches your lips. Hear my whisper. Do not fear tomorrow, because I am already there. Every dawn of your life, I will meet you again. Every new day, I will guide you again. Every step you take, I will walk before you. Let go of the future. Hold on to my hand. That is enough, my child. I know there are moments when my leading confuses you. You pray for open doors, and I close them. You ask for clarity, and the path grows dim. You long for ease, yet the road becomes steep. You want comfort, but instead, you feel stretched, pressed, and unsettled. Listen to me. Not every gentle path will lead you where your soul must grow. Not every smooth road will prepare you for what I have planned. Not every quiet season will shape your heart for the calling ahead. Sometimes, my guidance feels uncomfortable because I love you too deeply to let you stay where you are. A shepherd does not always lead his sheep through soft grass. Sometimes he guides them through rocky hills to keep them from danger. Sometimes he redirects them sharply to save them from a cliff they cannot see. Sometimes he wounds to protect, not to harm. Beloved, when I tighten the path, it is to keep you close. When I remove a comfort, it is to strengthen what is weak. When I say no, it is to guard you from what you cannot see. When I allow discomfort, it is because your heart is being shaped for something greater. Hear my whisper. If the way feels uncomfortable, it is because I am guiding you even more closely. Trust my hand, even when you cannot trace my steps. One day, you will see that every difficult turn was a rescue in disguise. My child, there is a depth of peace that only those who walk close to me will ever know. Some sheep stay at a distance, distracted, wandering, always searching for their own way, always nervous, always hungry, always afraid. But the ones who stay near the shepherd, they live differently. Their hearts breathe easier. Their steps grow steadier. Their souls rest deeper. Because closeness is its own blessing. When you walk close to me, you hear my whisper. Before fear reaches you, you sense my leading. Before confusion surrounds you, you receive my strength. Before weakness overtakes you, the nearest sheep always receive the freshest grass, the quietest waters, the quickest rescue, the gentlest touch. And beloved, the closer you follow, the more clearly you will see that my goodness has been surrounding you all along. Hear my whisper. Stay close to me, and you will never lack what your soul needs. Near me, you will find wisdom. Near me, you will find protection. Near me, you will find joy. Near me, you will find rest for your weary heart. There are blessings waiting for you, blessings reserved for the ones who choose to walk right beside their shepherd. Walk close, my child, walk close. My child, you have walked many roads. Some were filled with joy, some with sorrow, some with questions you still cannot answer. But through every season, every valley, every turn you did not expect, I was there, and I am here now. Nothing you have done has pushed me away. No distance you have wandered has made me hesitate to love you. No mistake is powerful enough to silence my voice calling your name. I am your shepherd, and I am inviting you back, not to the place you were, but to the place I have prepared for you. Walk with me again. Let me guide the steps you're afraid to take. Let me carry the burdens you cannot lift. Let me choose the path you do not understand. You do not need to lead your life alone. You do not need to be strong without me. You do not need to pretend. You know the way. Hear my final whisper. Let me guide you again, my child, from this moment all the way home. And as you follow, you will discover that goodness and mercy have been following you all along.